Hello friends, it is Mrs. P. Happy Sunday. Oh goodness, it has been a good weekend. I'm just going to say I slept till 10:30 yesterday morning. Guys, I have not done that. I didn't do that all summer. Like, I needed that sleep. We had a ball game on Friday night. It was out of town, so we had to travel. It poured the rain, started around halftime, then lightning. So we had a rain and lightning delay. They had to evacuate the stadium. We were soaked. When I say I could squeeze water out of my socks, I am not even exaggerating. So we didn't get home till really late, and we were miserable and cold and wet. But they won. They won the game, and so that was good. Yesterday, Saturday, we cleaned house, did laundry, did all the things, and I have been, like, doing budget stuff, like getting my October budget plan in place, and I'm going to be going out of town next weekend, so I am, like, trying to organize what videos I need to pre-plan and pre-film, and I've got to pack today, so I don't have to worry about that, you know, after school and work and stuff. So lots to do today. I've got to go get groceries. So I want to go ahead and get this filmed. This is going to be my video that I do for Christmas and the randomizer. Plus, I'm tracking my debt in here and saving for my daughter's senior year. So let's go ahead and get started. If you notice, okay, so the other day, I couldn't find one of these little rings, so I swiped a green one off of another binder, and lo and behold, right before starting to record this video, I found this in the floor. The cat has been playing with it, so I need to switch it back out, but I just wanted to set it here so I didn't forget. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with this save 20, or it's supposed to be save 25 each month. I'm saving 50 to catch up for my daughter's senior year. Let me get this out of the way. This challenge comes from Judy at Save with Judy, and I am putting in $20 today. Usually I do $10, but some months have 4 weeks, and all of these icons are 5. So I'm going to go ahead and color in these 2 acorns, and that will finish up the month of September. We are getting ready to start October this week, and I just cannot believe it. October is going to be a very, very busy month for us. One, I am traveling to Washington. My middle son, his girlfriend has her birthday. My sister and brother have their birthday this month. And, yeah, so we're going to be super busy. Plus, there's Halloween and all the festivities that go along with that. Okay, so in my daughter's senior year, we have 1, 2, 3, 400, 20, 40, 50, 450, which is awesome. All right, next is Sunday playing with friends. I filmed this video on Saturday last week, so I didn't know how much this little gnome would earn us. He's $14, and then I did watch Judy's video this morning, and this last gnome in this quarter is was 16. So I took out $30 to put into this. I am going to pull this money. It is going to go into school supplies, because between my daughter's pictures and yearbook and just all the things that come up through the year, I want to keep making sure that school supplies has money. So this month of September saved us 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So $59 is going to go into school supplies. I'm going to go ahead and clip this, and I'm going to make a little note on it, because I will forget if I don't tell myself where the money goes, and it's going to go into her or to school supplies. So this is school supplies, and I'll put that in the sinking fund. Okay, so then we are going to do our Save 2025 in 2025. I am using this to track our debt, and I made a regular debt payment of $60. Not a regular, I say that, but each week I'm going to designate $60 towards debt plus the regular monthly payment to try to get the debt paid down. So we have 60, and I did not get my calculator. can I do this without a calculator? All right, so I need to save $60. So I'm going to do it in like even numbers, and that will make it easier for me. Let's see here. So if I do two 25s, that's 50, and a 10, that will get us the right amount. All right, so I'm going to do both of these 25s. I think I'm just going to do the sun and leave the cloud alone. No, I better color the whole thing. But I am going to do it a little different so that the cloud isn't the same color as the sun. But I hope you guys have had a good weekend. We have had really heavy rains. I did see on the news that the road going to Gatlinburg has had a mudslide, or is that what they're called? Mudslide. And so that road is closed. I saw pictures and it looked really bad. So I hope there's no issues with anybody traveling while that happened. You know, you just never know. When you live in the mountains, you know, these roads were cut in and mountains were blasted to make the roads. And sometimes, you know, things don't hold up very well in the weather we have. All right, so $60 has been paid. That's looking really good. I love coloring challenges. So anyway, I can't wait to do my debt update with you guys and show you how much progress we've made on the Bank of America card. All right, so that is all in this binder. I have notated everything in the on the tracker. I'll need a new tracker. What I am going to change and do different with the tracker next time is put dates, because when I look at it, I'm like, was that this week or last week? So just to make sure I am on track with that, yeah, I need to do that. So we've got 500, 600, 10, 20, 30, 1, and 2, 632. Now, is that all of just September? No, this started in August also, so this doesn't account for how much our debt is actually at. So I don't know, I'm thinking that's what I do. Who knows? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to put this away and get my Christmas stuff out to do those challenges. Okay, I'm back with my Christmas challenges. I love saving for Christmas. I love having money when it comes time to shopping for Christmas. That ultimately, Christmas was the Christmas of 2022 was the defining moment in our lives that we had a wake-up call as far as we've got to get our budget and our spending under control, because we didn't have any money to spend on Christmas. We had maxed out credit cards. Our credit was hovering right. You know, when you have too much credit, your credit is dinged for that. So we were having to use things like Affirm and Afterpay to purchase presents for our family. So that was the defining moment. So since then, we've saved for Christmas, and even though I have overspent on Christmas still, at least we still have money, and we are not having to use those paying for and all those silly things to buy our kids Christmas. So saving is very important to me. All right, so we are going to finish up September this week, and all we owe is $1 little. So let's see here. Let's do this color. So $1 more into September. These little tinies come from April, over April's Fresh Start. I did hear somebody say that she was going to do this again next year, or this year for she did like a budget miss for Christmas. So $16. I'm going to leave this in here until we finish October, unless we finish another one to where I have more than $16 to put, you know, into the bank. It's just silly to me to put $16 away, so I'll just hold on to that. Next we have my Christmas vacation book. This comes from Lindsay at Boy Mom Loves to Save. Okay, sorry, minor interruption. My daughter, okay, so she's 15 and she's she's into older clothes. Like, she shops out of my closet. So that's what she was doing. She's getting ready to go to church. Her boyfriend's parents are picking her up in just a few minutes, and she said she didn't realize that church started half hour early, so she is rushing to get ready. Anyway, let's do this one. I don't know. We haven't even rolled to see which one. I said it was from Lindsay. This is the Christmas Vacation book, and we are going back to challenge number 12. Oh, it says, can I refill your eggnog for you? Get you something to eat? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere and leave you for dead. That was when Clark was losing it. All right, so we have some pretty low denominations, so I have a feeling we're going to hit a big one. I'm going to do this one right here. Oh, that's not too bad. $8. I forgot to tell you we had $50 to start with Christmas. I am going to have to go down a little bit on my money for next month. We have to increase how much we're putting toward medical. I've got to increase money to go to buy tires for the truck, and I need to save extra for house. So the challenges have to go, get cut a little bit. So $8 going into this one. And I have 2 ones right here, and I'm going to grab a 10. And so we've got 300 in the bank. 10, 15, 16, 17. So 317. I love this book. All right. So next we have this challenge from Stephanie over at Overthinking and Budgeting. We are rolling the D5, and we got a 4. So I'm going to put a 4 right here. $4 going in. We've got 2 more weeks, and we'll be finished with this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in this one, we've got 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. This one was left over from the Christmas in July. All right, next, I'm going to get my book back, is our little game from Miranda and Greta. This is Miranda from Shades Budgets and Greta from Agape Budgets. Or Agape Book Club, I'm sorry. All right, so I have no idea where we landed. I'm pretty sure it was an ingredient. Now, let's see here. I would like to finish this up. So we've got we've got 3 ingredient cards. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've got this, and then we've got 3 ingredient cards. So let's go ahead and finish this up. That way this money can go toward Christmas, and then I can pull the other one. All right, so the blue dot is $3. All right, so 3. Let me get, so putting 2 back, grabbing a 5. All right, then we've got our 2 drinks that we have left. We've got a lime for our mistletoe margarita. All right, and then a swig of, I'm not sure, is that rosemary? I don't know. That's $2, so that's another 5. And then $2 for, and I have no idea. Is that ginger? That's ginger. All right, ginger. So $2 more for ginger. And we are finished with the cute little booze cruise. But it says, what do we have to do to get to the party? One-way ticket. Roll and see if you can enter without. Okay. So I have to roll a dice. We're not quite finished yet. All right, so it says after you've completed all of the challenges or all of the drinks, it says you have to roll to see if you can enter with or without saving. All right, even I have to save 5. If I roll odd, I get to go to the party island for free. So let's see if we have to pay or we get in for free. Odd is free. Awesome. So we don't have to pay anything to get to Party Island. I'm so happy to be there. Let's go ahead and say, yay, we are on Party Island. So let's see what we have saved in here and see if I can condense any. Okay. So we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. All right, so I am going to pull 2 5s and put in my last 10. Did I say 65? No. 20, 40, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. So we saved $69 in this. That's awesome. All right, so I am going to pull this. So we will be able to pull April's money and put with this for our savings for Christmas. All right, so let's just clip this here. Sorry guys, I'm like awkward this morning. All right, let me go back and pull April's. Okay, so we can add that $16 since I don't like to put just a little bit in the bank at a time because it's, you know, just seems silly to go all the way to the bank and make a deposit for $16. All right, there we go. All right, so next we have bingo. Let's see here. Go back to this one. This comes from Anna over at Anna Banana Budgets. We only have one left, and that's going to create a bunch of bingos. Okay, let's see here. So this is our last little bingo card. So it's for $1. All right, so let me go ahead and put my dollar out. All right, then we make a bingo here, that's 5. A bingo here, that's 10. And a bingo here, that's 16. I mean, 15. Oh, yeah, 16, right? 1, 2, 3, that's 15. And the 1 is 16. 5, 10, 15. And there's the 1 for the 16. Okay, so we finished another one. Awesome. All right. So in this challenge from Anna, we saved 20, 40, 55, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. $69 in this one too. That's funny. All right, so 69 in here. So we actually have quite a bit going to Christmas today. Okay, I'm just going to put the money down inside and not worry about the clip. Okay. Whew. Okay, so we got a jumbled up mess over there. All right, so that one's finished. We have this one from Lacey. We've got $10, $11 left. All right, so this one comes from Lacey over at, let me move this out of the way, at Blue Kiwi Budgets. We are scratching on this one, and let's see what we get. Let's do this one right here in the corner. And that is blue, so that is $2. Let me see if I have change. I do not, and I don't have enough ones. So let me scratch one more. Let's do this one right here. And that is green for 4. Okay, so 2 and 4 is 6, and I've got that. Okay, so $6, 5 and 6. Okay, so far in this one, we've got 10, 25, 26, 27, 28. So $28 in there. And I just have $5. I don't think I want to do the Grinchmas. I want to finish this one. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. How perfect is that? We are going to be sending a lot to the bank today. That means we're going to be starting quite a bit new next week, but let's see here. Clean a closet. I actually did that. I worked really hard yesterday and got sidetracked and did do a closet. Buy a gift. I bought my niece and nephew some books for Halloween. Call a friend. Yes, I did. I called last week. Baked cookies. Well, technically, I didn't bake cookies, but my husband did. So I'm gonna say we baked cookies in the house. Count savings. I do that all the time. So there we go. We are finishing this. This is Judy's Save for Christmas in July. She does this for every month, but I printed it out just to do for the July budget and use this as my catch-all. So $5 going into Judy's catch-all, and that means we get to put even more money in the bank. We've got 25, 31. So 31, there was 31 days in July, so yay for that. So that could not have worked out more perfect. We got through everything, finished up a lot. So we finished this one for Christmas in July, bingo, the booze cruise, I call it Booze Cruise. That's not the name of the challenge. And then April's September challenge. So that's exciting. All right, friends, I'm going to get all of this cleaned up and I will be back with my randomizer. Okay, friends, I am back. I have my randomizer here. This is the binder we use to save for a bunch of different categories: holidays, debt, celebrations, wedding, fun money, and date night. And holidays are the holidays that are everything but Christmas. So I had extra money because I finished up a mini Monday last week. So we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 8, 9, 81, 2. So we have $82 in here, which is nice because starting next week, I won't have as much money because I am, like I said, having to kind of cut some corners just for some things that we need to make sure we have money for the month of October. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to roll the D6. And we are going to start with number 3, which is for celebrations, which is perfect timing. I hope I can finish this one today because we have 3 birthdays this month. All right, so we've got this one, which is from Budgeting with Chris, and this one's from M over at Plan to Save Designs. I accidentally put 2 challenges in here, so we've been working on them both. I roll a D6 to see odd or even. So we're going to do this one from Chris, this cute little happy birthday. We haven't done this one in a couple weeks. We've got 3 scratches left, and that is going to be $6 going in. Okay, let's see here. Do I have 4 ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. 4 ones and a 10, and I'm pulling in my 20. So $60 out of 75. So those should be $15. All right, let me clip this together. Trying to keep the money separate. Here we go. All right, 2, back 1. This is for debt. All right, this donut Worry Be Happy comes from Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307. Let's do this one right here. And that is $2. Cute little challenge. Saves $50. All right, $2 going in. Let me put 3 back, the 5 back, and get a 10. All right. 4. 4 is going to be for wedding. And we didn't get to start this one last week. This is a new one. This comes from Steph over at Steph's on a Budget. I know it looks like vacation, but since we are having to travel for the wedding. Oh, we've got a visitor. Hello, Kiki. There you go. You just lay right there. You can sit with me, but just lay right there. Very good. Okay, so she's over to the side. All right, we're traveling for the wedding, so I thought it would be fitting to have a traveling challenge, and it will save us $70. So we're going to start with $7 going in to Steph's challenge. 5, 6, and 7. All right, back to 3. Okay, celebrations. We have to roll to see which challenge even. So we're going to do this one. Let's do this over here, and that is $2. I'm getting swiped with a tail. All right, so $2 going in to M's challenge, 1 and 2. Don't hate me because I'm a little cooler. 1. All right, we're going to go back here to 1, which is holidays. And we are doing this from Lindsay over at Book of Shmama Budgets. I got this in some Happy Mail. So it says, "'Tis the season for spooky books and cookies." All right, let's do this one right here. And that is going to be $4 going in. Okay. So I'm going to put a 1 back, a 5 back, and bring in a 10. 4 back to wedding. Okay. Let's do right here for the beach ball. And that's going to be $5 more going in. All right, going to pull a 5 and put in my last 10. Oh, 4 says, hold on a minute, we're not done. All right, let's do this one over here. And that is $4. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to 1, holiday. I guess date night is taking a break this week. All right, let's do this right here. All right, that's $3. These are pretty low friendly numbers. The denominations are 1 to 7, but I haven't hit a 7 yet. And this will save 65. So $2. Let's put the 3 back and put in a 5. Okay. Back to 4. Back to the wedding. Okay, let's do this one down here by the flamingo. And that is $4 more. Kiki, she has to touch me. She has to touch me no matter where or what. All right, $1 back, a 5 in. And then I feel guilty for like moving my arm. I wish you guys could see her. She's like laying all over. Well, you know what? Well, you can't. I can't zoom it out enough. Anyway, 2. I know, Kiki. Back to debt. Okay. Making another debt payment would be great. So let's finish this one up. Oh, 9. Okay. Well, maybe not. All right, $9 more. All right, let's see here. I'm going to put a 1 out and put 10 in. Come on, 5. 3. Okay, back to celebrations. I'm not mad at that. All right, so we've got 3 on this one and 2 on this one. Odd, so we're going to scratch over here. So let's do this side. And that's 6. I'm not counting it so that I know, I don't know what the last scratcher is. All right, so 5 and 6 going in. I'm just going to tuck it back here under my little clip. 4, wedding again. Isn't that's just how it works. You know, sometimes the dice just wants to do the same ones over and over. Ooh, 10. Okay. I knew there would be some big ones. This would save $70. All right. 5 and 10 in there. 2. Back to debt. Kiki, are you curious about what I'm doing? Are you curious? All right. Donut, worry, be happy. Let's do this one. This one's calling to me. And that's $4. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 more rolls and that one will be finished. 4. Okay. I guess we'll just keep doing wedding and debt. All right, let's do this one here by the old Volkswagen van. That's 7. All right, 5, 6, and 7. Can we get something different, guys? 1. Okay, holiday. Let's see here. We got 1 5 left. All right, let's do this one up here in the corner. And that's a 5. So we'll take the last 5 for this one. All right, and let's see here. We've got $5. I'm going to take a chance. I hope I don't get 4 because 4 is pretty pricey. I don't think I could finish 3 either. 2. Okay, debt. Well, let's just see. So $5. Oh, I want to count it to see if I'll have enough money. Oh, let's see here. Odd and even. I can't even make a decision. Odd. So we're going to do the pink one up here, which is $5. That worked out perfect. Okay. So so the last 5 going in there. All right, so let's go ahead and count up what we have. I'm going to have to scooch Kiki over here out of my way. All right, so we didn't even roll a 5 or a 6 today. But in Spooky Books and Cookies from Lindsay, we have, and this will save 65, 10, 25, 30. So not quite halfway on that one. In debt, and we will now know how much we owe, or how much this one will be. So we've got 20, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that just $1? Guys, I'm pulling this one because I would love to put this towards debt. So I'm going to pull this. We'll make an extra debt payment. And yeah. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, I have an extra $1. Now, if this isn't 1, then I've really messed up somewhere. But it should be a 1. And it is. Holy cow, that was lucky. All right. So, we are going to be able to pull this one and make an extra debt payment of $50. So, yay. That's awesome. All right, so there we go. And I'll put a new challenge in for next week. But let's continue to count. So for this happy birthday one from Chris, we've got 20, 40, 65, 66. Out of 75, that would be 9. This should be a 9. All right, so that would be nice to finish that next week. And if I roll a 3, I may just go ahead and finish that one. That way I can get down to just 1 in this this envelope. So out of 45, in this one we got 20, 32. 32 out of 45. My husband's watching TV. It sounds like thunder on the TV. Oh, goodness. All right. For wedding, which got tons of love today. Let's see here. Let me organize the money. Okay. So for wedding, we have, and this will save 70, 10, 15, 25, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 37. So we are halfway there all in one day. That is amazing. All right, and we didn't roll a 5 or a 6, and we had nothing left over for our catch-all. So the money is gone, but we did finish one challenge. Cheated a little bit, but it was worth it because it goes towards debt. So that is all I have for today. I'm going to get off here, get this edited. I've got to get my daughter to they're picking my daughter up. I've got to get to the grocery store. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow in my Mini Mondays. Bye.